As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's golden. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got the back over the middle. Dances away from one. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Takes the handoff. It's Blue. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Golden. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
The sure hands, it's Golden. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They're bringing heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. He wants to throw it again. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Bond. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Longhorns! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Makes the catch. It's Scott. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Howard. Looking to scramble. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Trying to punch it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to power it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Wide out in motion. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too.
Going downfield for the big play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Wants to throw. It's Howard. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want.
Fires and picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Coming after it. Had to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. 3rd down coming after the incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Going deep. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before trying to burn this defensive back. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the 2nd half, those 2 turnovers in the 1st.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical these mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it is another interception. Just a Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw-to-jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Golden. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
And guys, this is the way you take a crowd right out of a game. Walk down the field on the opening drive, and now it's 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This offense has a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. Smashes through. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Ewers. Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
These mobile quarterbacks, you want to keep them in the pocket. And when you get your hands on them, man, you want to get them on the ground. A little bit of a miss there. Nice job by the quarterback buying time. Defense stuck with their receivers deep, though. Still had good coverage and forced the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's golden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs, and having that
and he intercepts it. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A strike downfield. Bounced off his feet. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. The score, Alabama 10, Texas 0.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Now on the option. He'll toss it.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against the safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Got his man. Touchdown Longhorns! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially...
And the sack all the way back into 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one. You saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes. When I'm a defense and I got them backed up, is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up, close to their own end zone.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch, called for and made. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Ewers. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
But even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the 2nd half.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Dances away from the heat. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. They get him down, clock's running, and they're not going to get another play off as time expires here in the first half. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it.
What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. He's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Getting some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up with it.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Keeps the play going. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
They finally get him. Goodness gracious, how about the strength in the pocket? To stay in the pocket and shrug one guy off, 2 guys off, stay alive, but the 3rd guy was too much. How about the defense just swarming all over the place?
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it.
Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires complete on the crosser. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
With the carry.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Texas, 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question that the quarterback was going to have that. Nice job.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Trying to get to it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on and they wear this defense down.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Makes the grab down the middle.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going straight.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. Takes the handoff. It's Blue. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover. Nice forced turnover by the defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attack.
Showing the arm strength to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. They're going back to the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. To throw, it's Sellers. Now adjusting. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass on second down. He uncorks one deep. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to...
In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Ford. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here for the offense. Going to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Now on second down. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Got it past the marker. Turns it on at midfield. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Quarterback empties his backfield. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The Longhorns get it past the sticks.
And just foot is something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
pass, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They'll run play action. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Texas. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's 4. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing hard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's got it down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
First down on the offense.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the shotgun, the inside give.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Back to throw, it's Leonard. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting up 4th.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. He rifles one deep to the left. Ball in the air, intercepted. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Going to try to get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes. They do.
Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fast motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run.
Unleashes one deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And this one splits the uprights. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's golden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the air, it's Ewers. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The inside handoff. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Texas.
Coming out with it, it's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain?
Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
31, Texas, 10.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick it off. Texas.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.